Caleb in the chat says Legends is pay to win. I disagree. The thing is you can put as much money as possible into the game. You're still going to lose. I
Mhm.
think the core issue with Legends is a lot of people don't quite, number one, either have decent enough teams to go online yet, or they don't really know how to team build. Like, I can't tell you. Granted, I only hang out around like the between a 40 to 50 range. I don't play that much. I know if I play too much of Legends, I'm just going to delete the game. I'm a
Yeah.
very, very casual, hardcore player, if that makes sense as a phrase. And I can't tell you how many times I run into people that just don't know how to team build. And it's not to knock them that they can't build teams. I just don't think that they have all these correct units. That's why they've been releasing so many of these free banners, like these guaranteed spark and summons that happen like every 3 days, or like the weekend 50% rate summons. They've done that specifically so people have an easier time building teams. And also they had that added that change to story mode, where if you beat story mode, you get an all say in team, so you can just be ready for PvP.
Mhm.
So when you don't have a proper team, you get hit like a tank, and
Yeah.
you do no damage back. That's the thing. And granted, yes, obviously, if you know how to somewhat play the game and you put more crystals in, and you actually get higher rated units, in a way, you could say it is pay to win. But the problem is, a lot of times people don't necessarily know how to fully play, and therefore, it's not necessarily pay to win. Because I mean, I've seen people with beefed out 14-star teams not win. I've also run into units. I've also run into units where I'm running my whaled out squad, and I've lost to 2 to 3 star units just because I got outplayed. Like, end of the day, skill does end up, being the big factor that causes someone to win at the end of the day. However, I will say this: if there are two somewhat equally challenged or equally leveled players, the person that has more stars is going to win at the end of the day, because they did that extra bit of damage. They took less damage. Like that does help. That does
Mhm.
help.
No, and that's a good point because, like, it is kind of a tricky subject because it's like pay to win does normally imply that, like, if like you have a guaranteed win and you don't.
Mhm.
Um, I know that the reason why a lot of people call it pay to win is Zenkais, and it is a little bit
But
like
that's the
busted, but
irony. Zenkais are the least pay to win aspects or pay to play aspect versions of the game. Because so I don't know if you guys know, but I think they do it on the Reddit, where they keep track of how many crystals the game gives out every single month. And
mhm,
for the last like year, it's been like 10,000 to like 16,000 every single month. That's if you do everything. If you
okay,
do somewhat stuff, you'll get about 10K ish. That's a free Zenkai. That's a free Zenkai. The thing is people usually save those for the banners, and then they pull nothing. And then it's like, well, I got nothing else for the Zenkais. And I also see that, someone said that Zenkais are one sided. They're not. You know what's one sided? Gohan, Android 18. Those were one sided. And those units will forever taint the word of Zenkai to Dragon Ball Legends. Because, like, when you come across those units, they just make your health melt away. But everything about it, every Zenkai that's come out since has been pretty balanced.
yeah,
Purple Broly just came out, and I see people complain that he's not good. I'm like, no, he's good. He's
it's like
just not Android 18. He's not, he's not broken. It's like people get mad when Zenkais are broken, but then they get mad when Zenkais aren't broken. It's like, what do you want?
right. That I was about to say that. Yeah, it's like freaking yellow Super Saiyan God Vegeta when he came out. Like and he completely overshadowed in a way. I mean, I guess it could be debated or whatever, but he in most people's eyes overshadowed LF Gogeta that had just come out and
Well,
was a yellow
he
God Key unit.
he only overshadowed Gogeta because the word Zenkai again is tied to units like Gohan and 18. You hear Zenkai, you think, yep, that's gonna be broken. I don't care about the new unit that came out. When in all reality, the reason why they did it is because they knew that could buff Gogeta, and that would work with him because you could put him on bench.
Yeah.
That's why they did it.
Yeah,
It's
like
like like I think I Zenkai that Vegeta just for the bench support, but then I didn't do the actual annoying aspect of Zenkai, which was to get the souls and actually like level the unit up. I think like they were at an issue. So when Vegito came out for the anniversary last year,
mhm.
I think that absolutely broke the game. Like that card was just way too. It was way too like fun, not fun to use and to fight against, because basically when it started a combo, either you can tag out and die to a rising rush, or you just let them keep comboing you and then you just die. Like, what do you do? And then if you lose a unit, you're not gonna win a match. Like getting that 1v3 comeback is gonna be rough. So they changed the entire battle system around recently, back in like what, October, and I thought that was a good change. They allowed you to change cover multiple times. They also allowed you to they like fixed rising rush, so it wasn't like a complete deciding factor if you like miss it and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I think they did that really really well. So that's why they're probably like, all right, what do we do with Gogeta to not annoy anybody? Because if they had dropped a really really broken Gogeta on the level that Vegito was, I feel like people would have been more upset than happy. But what they
Mhm.
also didn't really think about is the main reason why Vegito became more bearable is the new battle system change. So had they done something that was like, even if he had draw speed up, I don't think it would have been that bad. So they definitely kind of dropped the ball, making Gogeta to be as decent as he could have been at launch.